All right, here we are, Sister Nzinga from Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga's YouTube channel. Give thanks for those that continue to subscribe and share and care. We're here to help you emancipate yourself from mental slavery. We have created an acronym for the word think because it ain't illegal yet, y'all. They just making some shit illegal. You can't do this, you can't do that, but thinking ain't illegal yet, but you don't think they don't have to. That's one of the things that, they no longer have to tell us to go to the back of the bus because we just do it automatically. And now they ain't making it illegal for us to think because we just don't do it. We just acquiesce and do whatever these people say. We don't think about things like, how does this apply to me? How does it feel? Does this work better for me? I had this payment that I had to make, and I was like saying, well, okay, I called the people, and they say, yeah, but you can just go ahead and make the payment. But I was like saying, well, wait a minute, let me call you back. Let me look at this situation and see how it's going to be best for me. And it was best for me to be able to split it in two. So I didn't have to give you all the money at one time. You really don't need all at one time. They tell me, yeah, just go ahead and just pay it in full. Okay, I really didn't have to. And there's no penalty. I don't pay no extra nothing, but I just don't have to pay all of it at one time. So to take the things and think through shit and see how shit works out best for you. Because if you ain't got your own back, who do? So I want us to talk about like doing for self, working and thinking about things that makes life a little simpler for us, things that will be beneficial to us, and starting with something just as simple as growing some food. We know that the food here is not really good. The food in the grocery stores is just disgusting. When you go to the grocery store, you look at the stores, and I don't know how many aisles, 10 aisles, 12 aisles, whatever. Only two of them have some fresh food there for you. And then some of the fresh food may not even be presentable. But only 2 aisles of the whole supermarket that has 10 to 12 aisles, only 2 of it is fresh food. The rest of it is canned, processed, frozen, in a box, microwavable, something. So we know that these things are not good for us, and so we need to start doing some things for ourselves. And we could do some simple things. You don't have to have a big garden. You don't have to have a big space. You can put it in your windowsill. You can put it in in your kitchen, in your bedroom, wherever the sun comes in. So you can take and plant some things. You can grow food from food. You can take the tomato, take and smash up that tomato, put it in some dirt, and it's gonna grow because the seeds are there. You can do that for so many things. And some easy things that grow itself, like you can do lettuce, cabbage. I just found out that you can even do it with broccoli, and I'm experimenting with that right now and see how that's going to come out. But you can do it with onions, and all you have to do is take these things and you put them in a little bit of water, or just a little bit of water, just so just the bottom of it is touching the water. And then you'll see it regrow itself. It's really amazing, especially when you do lettuce and you do celery, onions, like I said, I'm trying out this new thing with the broccoli. But there's a lot of vegetables if you just cut off the end piece and stick it in some water. Now, even do it with carrots, but carrot will not produce the seed to make it grow. To actually grow a carrot, but it will produce the leaves that provide the seeds for you to grow the carrots. So just do some research. How they say, study to show yourself approved. But there's some things that we could do for ourselves. We don't have to go to the store. Ginger, who uses ginger a lot? You can grow your own ginger, just from a piece of ginger. Then if a piece of ginger you had, you didn't use it, and you see them eyes start coming out. Same thing with potatoes and sweet potatoes. That you just take it and stick it in the ground. It's trying to grow itself again. Our Creator is awesome. I say, our God is awesome. He can move mountains, and I forgot the rest of his song. But you know what? There's everything that we need has been provided for us, but we have been told to do this, go to the grocery store, do this, do that. You could even take some old box and make a pot. If you don't have to go to store buy pots, so it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to have a budget to do this. But if you take a piece of, you wet the cardboard and put it in some water, let it soak really good, get it good and wet, and then you just cut your piece that maybe about the size of whatever jar or can you're going to use, can of beans, something like that. And then you take and you wrap it with the cardboard, wrap the can with the cardboard, and just fold up the bottom, smash up the bottom, and fold up the bottom. And you let it sit there to dry. When it's almost dry, take the can out and then let it dry again by itself. And by the time it's dry, completely dry, you have something that you can use as a pot. And you can go ahead and put some dirt inside there and let it grow. And the good thing about this is if you are going to put it in the ground, because this is for a process that you're going to plant. because it would just decompose itself. So this is you don't have to take it out of this thing and then put it in, to put it in the ground. You just pick the whole thing, cardboard and all, because it will decompose, and then boom, you're done. So you grow something from seeds and you see it's doing good, you got it in the dirt, you just put it in the ground. But everybody should be trying to do something, and most importantly, if you got some kids and some grandchildren, show your children how to do this kind of stuff, because we need to be able to depend on ourselves. Because sometimes, what if these people just decide that they're not gonna ration the food, and you can only, if you depend on your last name, you're only gonna shop on these particular days, and da 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 da. That sounds like, oh no, that would never happen to us. You see all this other shit that's happened to us, and you think it wouldn't happen to us? You are the only person in the Most High that really got your best interest at heart. You and yours is the only people that got your best interest at heart. We have learned that school teachers, doctors, preachers, judges, police, everybody, sometimes even our parents ain't even got our best interest at heart. Because I always say the problem with the kids is the parents. The problem with the children is the parents. These children act this way because they have been allowed. Oh, let me tell you this. I think maybe this year or last year or the year before, I had a comment about a prom dress again. This thing I saw on the internet, this little girl had this prom dress on, and everything was see-through except for a little bra thing across her breast, and then this little V for the front of her vagina, but the back was out like thong stuff. How the hell did her mama let her go there? And whose son that she would allow her son to escort this person? And then the bottom line, the school. Why would the school allow her to come in there dressed like that? She ain't dressed. She ain't got nothing on. She had about a bra and a thong on, because you could see everything else. And they think that shit's cute. It's not cute. I'm getting off the subject, but I'm just saying that we have got to think for ourselves and stop just doing shit because they make it in the store, you wear it. And because you see it on TV, you wear it. I mean, this is a prom. The prom is supposed to be for young children to be able to go there, dress up, and have a good time. You ain't no damn Hollywood person on no damn runway or something looking like Lil Kim or Nicki Minaj type of a nonsense. That shit ain't real. She just put that shit on TV so she can get paid. Okay, I'm just getting off, but I'm just saying. But about doing for self, that we have to think about that kind of stuff. And think about like things that you need. I mean, sometimes depending on what your budget is, what you're doing in life, and maybe you're trying to accomplish something, maybe you want to start your own business, then if you got a car and you're making a car payment $300 or $400 a month, trade that shit in and buy you and take that money and put it in your pocket and take you a couple $1,000s and buy you a piece of transportation, because that's what you need is transportation. We have to start doing things for what they function based on the function of that particular thing. We don't have to have the latest and greatest. We don't have to have the name brand or something. You don't. We have to get back to understanding that we need to think for ourselves. Of course, we have been deprived, and maybe you get to the point you went to school, you got a job, and finally well, I can really just buy whatever I want. But then you buy too much shit because we don't need all that stuff. We don't need it all. We just need the basic stuff. And so, try starting with just emancipating yourself from mental slavery by just doing for yourself. Learn how to sew. Learn how to bang some wood and some nails together and make your little chair, a little table. And again, things about it, excuse me, please. It's really beneficial for the children. Who's going to teach the children? They no longer teach home ec. I'm sorry. In school, they no longer teach wood shop for the brothers. So we've got to do some things to be able to help ourselves. So I just want to charge everybody and put it in the comments. Let me know what you tried. Like, what did you do for yourself? Or what did you not buy because you say, well, I already got 5 of them? How many pair of eyeglasses can you have? How many pocketbooks can you have? How many shoes can you have? The thing about it, y'all, when we buy these things, the bottom line is that we're giving up our money. We had the freedom to work, make money. But what we have to be mindful for is to not take our money and just give it right back to someone else. All your money goes out the window. So let's talk about doing for self. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Something got my throat. I'm going to cut it short today because just I'm choking on something. But my point that I want to make is this: doing for self. Whenever you're posed with a particular situation, think first, because it ain't legal yet. Think and see, well, how does this work for me? How can I tweak this? Can I change this? Can I do it later? Can I delay it? Think about how these things can work for your greater good. So, do for self. Love yourself. That's where it first starts. You just gotta love yourself. Whatever yourself is, big, small, light, dark, whatever. Handicap, autism, all that kind of stuff. But you're still a human being. God created you, and whatever that you got, and He did it. He or she did it, and then we have to work through that. And don't give up. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Or don't defeat yourself before you even get started. But people don't do. People don't wear that no more. Or no, people don't go there. If that's something you really want to do, go. If it's something you want to wear it. Make yourself numero uno. Make yourself number one. Okay? Love yourself. Let's start there with ourselves. Michael Jackson said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking you to change your ways. No message could be any clearer, because if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. All right. Love y'all. Peace and love. Thanks again for flowing and growing with Sister Nzinga.